Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk on DNT Work. My name is Oluja Kemosako, and as usual, it's a new year, and I'd like to say a very big welcome to another year and happy New Year. I believe that you've all made your New Year resolution, but that's why we're here to actually talk about it. Perhaps you've not done yours, or you've done yours already, and sometimes people say things they couldn't go along with, and some don't even plan it, but things happen. So today I have with me Dari Aniyikaiye. He is the AD Photos himself. So he will be discussing New Year resolution with us. So hi, thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having me on your show. Thank you.
Mm.
JK Royal Signatures, a blend of African fabric.
All right, so what's your take on New Year resolution?
My take on New Year resolution is, you know, you want to achieve something.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I would say we formalize, when it's getting to December 31st, like, this is my new year. Let me write, let me make it, let me make let me, have a goal. Let me have something that I want to achieve this year. That, I think is a constant thing that happens in humans' life that we don't have to wait until December 31st to cross into the first and say, oh, today's the first, let me write my goal for this year. It's a constant thing that should continue to evolve in humans' life. And, you know, I see that uh writing a goal, having a new resolution shows that you are growing, shows that you are self-aware of what is going on or what you are achieving and where you want to be.
Mm. So now, what would you say are the challenges you faced in the past year that personally you would want to, out overcome? And while saying this, I would like you to relate it generally because people might have felt the same way you felt or you're feeling, if I may use that word.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Challenges varies when it comes to, the goals, because we all set different goals for ourselves and we are not the same. We set different goals, and the whatever I will say pertaining to myself now. I will try not to generalize. You
Yeah.
know, the challenges that I faced in during my year resolution, achieving my goal evolves around, you know, prioritizing, setting, prioritizing, while I was in secondary school, we did, it was a long time ago, we did opportunity cost,
Yeah.
scale of preference,
Yeah.
you know, trust me, this is real life. This is needed every single time. You scale, you write all the things you want to achieve, all the things you want to do, you want to accomplish, set the time limits. Okay. And then you prioritize. which one is goals, which one is more, which the want and the need, which one is more important, and then you put them. So I feel like most of us, if not, I would say all, most of us neglect that part, and we find ourselves, not achieving our goal
Mm.
because the one we're supposed to set as the first, we set as the last. And the one we're supposed to set for the last, we set for the first. So we're struggling achieving the hardest, whereas we can be achieving the smallest, start from the small, until you get to the
One.
hardest. So my own plan, my own uh mishap this year was that it was all about misprioritizing, you know, I venture into a lot of things at the same time, neglecting, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve this. I set a 10-year goal for myself. I set a 5 years goal. I set a 2-year goal for myself. I actually wanted to achieve the 10-year goal for the 2 year, in
Mm.
2 years, instead of focusing on the 2-year goals to achieve.
Yeah.
So we create a lot of stress, a serious stress, anger, like, I cannot achieve this, a lot of frustration. And I was frustrated, it gets to a point that it was affecting my family. I was getting angry at everybody, like the things that I would normally overlook before. I was angry, you know, it was when I sleep, I couldn't sleep. You know, whoever I've been in that situation will understand what I'm
Mm.
talking about.
Mm.
Stress can kill.
Mm.
Stress kills, and
Psychologically, especially,
yeah,
right?
yes, I'm a living testimony. When you sleep and you sigh to wake up.
Mm.
You didn't really sleep. You have a lot in your mind thinking, you have a lot going through your mind. How can I achieve this? And then you have family, you have kids, you have wives, you have many responsibility, even as a man,
Mm.
so, you know, we have to prioritize. We have to, set what you can achieve, or because, another thing to say is that, yeah, I'll take that back because you don't even know what you can achieve at the beginning. If you set a 2-year plan, if you set a 5-year, you don't know if that 2-year plan is going to be successful anyways. But you set something that you can you can balance. Even if you don't succeed, it would not take something away from you.
Mm.
Like let's say you're trying to start up a business and you're trying to buy a car, or you're trying to buy a shoe. If I buy a shoe of $100, it's not the same amount that I used to buy a car of 30,000, or a house, or 500,000, or start a business. So my point here is start with something that will not take much away from you, depending on your finances. Start little, take baby steps. If it's a shoe you can afford now, okay, you have achieved that. This is what you want to get. You get it, and then you move to the next
Mm.
one. So you can check mark achieved this year. I
Yeah.
have done this. You know,
Okay. So now it is very common for people to set goals, just like you said. I mean, New Year resolution, but following it through is also another issue. Now, how best can you track progress, and how can you be accountable even to that which you have set?
I'm not sure if everyone listening to this are believers, but I will reference us back to the Bible. You know, when the Lord was answering in Habakkuk 2 verse 2 was talking about write the vision, make it plain, make it plain. Yes, you have to be self-conscious of what you're doing and the willingness and the intent to want to achieve your goal must be there. Now, if you have these two, the willingness and the intent to achieve your goal, it comes with a lot of this dedication, passion. But the first two things, willingness and the intent, then you write the vision, you write it one, you scale of preference, going back to scale of preference. You
Yeah.
scale it down and you put it where you can always see it. Like, okay, this is my goal for this year. I want to achieve this. And then you start from the small, like I said, you start from the smallest one to the biggest. So one, two, and then the most important one too. The most important one that is, opportunity cost and scale of preference. You put that into use. You write it down and you put it where you can be seeing it. The intent in India is where you go back and self-check yourself. So you have to be self-conscious that, oh, I want to buy a car. What are the things that I need to get a car? Do I have the money? Okay, I don't have the money. Am I gonna save? Okay, how much do I need to save? How much am I making? What about my family? Is it not gonna take away from them? Okay, so after I take care of my family, or if even if I'm single, after I take care of all my bills, what is left? How much can I save into my savings for backup? So how much can I put into savings for a new car? You analyze that yourself, and you make sure that you are being truthful to yourself. That's another most important thing. We sometimes we tend to be in
Nonsense.
denial of the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was also
The space.
guilty of that. In denial of reality. You
Mm.
know, so you scale it out, you make it very, 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 very plain to yourself. The intent in there would be you going back. Remember, you have to be intentional about this. I want to do this. I do my research. Being realistic with my goal. I'm being realistic with what I can achieve. So let's say I'm making $5 a month. Okay, after I pay all these bills, I'm left with $3. Okay, savings take $1.50. I'm left with 150. 150 is just to, hold myself. Okay, I want to buy a car this year. Okay, if I save 150 for 6 months, would it give me that amount that I need to buy this car? Ah, no, I think if I save $1. Okay, if I save $1, will give me this amount to get this car for 6 months. Yeah, you're gonna have to sacrifice if you want to get that car. A lot of sacrifice that has to come in play. You save that $1, and then when it's time come for you to buy the car, you already have enough money. Nothing has been affected. Your family is not being affected. Your income is still steady. Nothing changed. You're still living like you're still having your savings, but you're just not spending lavishly. You're just not living beyond your means for you to achieve your goal.
Mm.
So make it plain, be realistic to yourself, and what was the word that I used earlier? In denial. Don't be in denial of your reality.
Reality. That's
Okay?
the right word. Don't be in denial of your reality. So that means you need to cut your coat according to your size, right? Now, let's talk about self care and mental health. What would you suggest people do knowing how the world is right now? Like you said earlier, you were like, you couldn't sleep. When you wake up, you sigh. That's mental health for you. Now, in this instance, what would you suggest people do to ensure that this part of their lives do not go with the burden? Because if you die, the world continues.
Definitely, definitely.
Self care and mental health preservation.
So what I realized based on my experience is that you need people that are motivated around you,
Mm,
people that you know that you can tap from. You get word of knowledge that are ambitious around you. You know, these people in return will be a motivation to you. Because while you're setting this goals, trust me, you'll be you will not there will be a point in time that motivation will run away. You will
Mm.
not be motivated to do anything.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need people that can motivate you around you, not
Okay. The nice
necessarily
enough
them
people.
talking to you, but their ways, their acts, what they are achieving is also motivating you. Also, if you're married, your partner has to be on the same page with you. It's not something you can, if your partner is on the same page with you, trust me, the stress will be double. If you're single, work with the right people. So to keep yourself, your mental state steady,
Mm.
work with the right people. If you go to church, make sure you pay attention to details, pay attention to the words. Read above and beyond the words that comes out. Don't just see it, sometimes don't just see everything literally. Read above and beyond what is said and what is not said, what you can tap from. And most importantly, self-motivation is the key.
Mm.
Self-motivations have something that motivates you. Even when you are expecting, people will fail you, but it's only God that cannot fail. People will fail you. When you think people will be there for you to motivate you, you will not find. You might not find. You might not find. So if you find yourself in that situation, always have a backup plan. Always have a ways to motivate yourself. Things that you would normally do. If you like playing ball, go and play ball. Take your attention away from the goal. Take your attention away just temporarily to rethink, to regroup. Do something that you love doing. Play ball. If you like party, if you want to go and party, go and party. Don't be reckless. But if things you love doing, do it. Distract yourself a little bit so you can get your thoughts back again.